baseball. From T-ball, softball to high school, NBSB's commentators and camera operators will work to bring you the very best of every player's efforts. Every player on a team that orders receives a personalized graphic. Plus, with slow motion replay, you can see if that umpire really needs glasses or not. Even though your child may play hundreds of baseball games, don't pass up your opportunity to see that career in a broadcast quality format. We outproduce our competition like Mark McGuire pounds an opposing pitcher. Call 613-0080 for more information today.
Just about ready to start the third quarter, as we said, brought to you by Red City Superstores, and our Boots Elliott now joining us back in the booth as Steve will make his way back down to the sideline.
Hey, what a fun press box it was at halftime with all the debate going on about the interference.
All right, what was the debate?
Well, as you said, I didn't think there was any debate. There are a few guys going up there, well, maybe he had a call, but for the most part, everyone was saying he slipped one, and it was not catchable, too.
Yeah, well, but three, he threw the flag.
Right.
That's the bad part of the deal. So now Stephenville will have to start on defense.
And I think that one thing that the defensive coaching staff had to have talked to Stephenville about in the halftime was we cannot continue to give up these 6- and 7-minute drives.
Yeah, 6 and 7 yards
a carry. So back deep for the Huskies. It is the quarterback, Marvin Thompson.
The deep man is Smith.
Courtney Smith.
Yes.
Can't tell if it's a 10 or a 17. J.W. Barton kicks. High end-over-end kick that will be taken at the 25-yard line up to the 31-yard line, and that is as far as Quincy Robertson will go. And so the Huskies of Hirshi will start 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Number 41 for Wichita Falls, Chris Howard. Brady Gunn getting a little tangled up. It was more Howard than Gunn, and he's tapping Gunn on the shoulder, wanting him to turn around and look at him. When he does, he goes, "So what are you doing?" Gunn says, "I'm hitting you, and then I'm running off the field. That's what I'm doing. I'm still mad."
1st and 10 in the third quarter. Third quarter brought to us by the Rent City Superstore in Stephenville. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Thompson under center, handing to the first man through. That's Robinson. Robinson will be pulled down at the 34-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. It'll set up 2nd down and 7.
The third quarter contestant is Bob Schnurley of Stephenville.
The last name again.
Schnurley.
All right. 2nd down and 7 for the Huskies, Mr. Schnurley. The Jacket defense will try to keep Hirshi off the scoreboard. If they do, you'll be the recipient in the third quarter.
And you won't be the only one happy in this ball game either.
That's exactly right. 2nd and 7. From Red City Superstore, Thompson again is under center. The two backs split behind him. Inside trap handoff to Thompson, coming to the near sideline, 35. Now run down at the 40-yard line. A good open field tackle made by McCormick at the 40.
What a great read by McCormick.
It will set up now 3rd down and 1. It was a misdirection play, and one Jacket defender read it well, and he had to have great open field great open field speed to make the tackle, and that was McCormick, setting up 3rd down and a very short one.
They triple-teamed Harmon that time, Boots, the offensive line did.
I think I would, too. 21-14, yeah. Stephenville on top of Hirshi here in the third quarter. Early on.
6-man front now.
Thompson under center, the two backs behind him. Ball is loose, it's on the ground, and Thompson will have to go all the way back to the 38-yard line to get on the football. He's very fortunate he gets the ball because once it hit the ground, John, it was on the turf for a long time before he got to it. In there quickly was Clark Boone for Stephenville.
Boy, he was close.
And as far as the 2-yard loss is concerned, the Hirshi Husky coaching staff says, I'm not going to take a chance on 4th down in my own territory. I must punt the football. Now let's try to figure out who 78 is the punter. That's Justin Miser. That's who gets credit for that earlier 17-yard carry. Snap back to Miser. Kick is away. Wobbly end-over-end kick that hits and is taken by Browse at the 25. Looking for a seam. In some trouble. He'll go out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 35-yard kick. Nothing on the return. Stephenville starts 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now Browse just trying to find the corner, but it wasn't there. No return. Well, 3 and out. Boy, you got to love that for your defense.
I know Coach Copeland's got to be happy. We'll go to Steve Ross after this play, and
he may not be down there yet, Boots.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah, now he is. I just saw him.
Steve, was it high fives all around from the defense? Later, Boots. Say it again?
He just got there, he said.
Okay, I'll come back to you in just a moment. 1st and 10 for the Jackets. That's a long ways down there to the field.
Well, you got to go through the elevator.
At the 25-yard line, motion to the near side. Luker under center, play action. Now giving the ball, Hunter. Great running room at the 25, to the 30. Tried to get the outside, he does. 35, out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Maybe the 40 is where the spot is. A pickup of 15 on the play. And what a huge clear-out block on the near side by the Jacket offensive line that made a huge gaping hole.
Well, if you want to go back to Steve, now one of the things that Steve and I was talking about, Boots, at halftime was the defense has got to get a stop here in the second half, and yeah, you're exactly right. They went 3 and out there, and we'll allow Steve a chance to go down there and get in on that defensive huddle.
Jackets have 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Luker under center, and a slot is Carville in motion to the far sideline. Play action, throwing out the flats, has Carville. Carville gets a block, makes a move. 45, midfield, 45, 40, run out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Another big 1st down for Stephenville.
Did you see Big Bob Lilly? 20 yards on the play. Man.
Well, there's a reason.
25 smart enough to know to wait on the big fella for the block. He did. Oh, he just wiped out the corner.
There's a reason number 74, Bob Lilly's name is up here in the Ring of Honor. But Hirshi takes a timeout. We'll take one with him. Stephenville 21, Hirshi 14. We're back in 30 seconds on KSTV.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
Welcome back, Texas Stadium in the Red City Superstore 3rd quarter. Stephenville 21, Hirshi 14. We are at a timeout with 9:33 to go, and Hirshi has burned another timeout early in this game.
Well, it's kind of the same thing they did in the first quarter.
What I was trying to mean, yes.
Trying to slow the momentum down of Stephenville as they come out with this fast break offense is the best way you can describe it. They're thinking, man, we got to slow down, especially after going 3 and out.
Luker under center, 2 backs behind him, split receivers. Now the tailback, Evatt, comes in motion to the near sideline. Throwing out in the flats to Evatt, caught, 35, 30, 25, 20. The quarterback has not turned around yet. Finally he does. As he runs out of bounds at the 12-yard line, does Evatt. T.J. Douglas is running a fly pattern on the near sideline, and the cornerback out there, number 12, Jared Franklin. Was it Franklin?
Yes.
Franklin is running at the 5-yard line with Douglas and has not turned around to see the reception from Evatt yet after the 23-yard catch, and I'm sure somebody on the coaching staff is going, hey, Franklin, the other guy caught the ball, turn around and go get him.
And Boots, I know nobody cares about numbers, but me, on that pass play, Luker goes over 4,000 on the season.
Luker under center sends one man in motion. Now handoff, Hunter inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. A solid pickup of 4 on the play. It'll set up now, 2nd down and 6.
Man, what an impressive drive here, especially after the 3 and out. But you got to, we've mentioned this at halftime, Boots. One of the great things about making the other team go 3 and out, it gives your offense a chance to get back and get the ball. And remember, they only touched it 3 times, only had it for 7 minutes in the whole first half.
Wow.
Stephenville really happy to have the football on offense.
8:59 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Stephenville 21, Hirshi 14. Luker throwing the quick hitter to Carville at the 5, makes a move, gets to the goal line, touchdown! Oh, what a move by Carville. He took the quick hitter, made 2 men miss him inside the 5-yard line. He stretches all of his 5'10" frame to get the score. Stephenville now leads 27-14 with the extra point upcoming.
Well, Boots, that's the play that, well, you weren't in on this discussion this week in the control room, but Jay and Steve and I were talking about, but that is the play we were talking about. Look for that one this week, and boy, it was a beauty.
When he's in the slot or the wingback, he is so hard to see off the line of scrimmage. Keel with a snap back to Steve. The hold down. J-Dub's kick is on the way. It is up and it is good. Stephenville extends 28-14 at the 8:49 mark of the Red City Superstore third quarter. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Steel has been building quality chainsaws since 1926. Bill's Lawnmower Shop has been providing quality power equipment service since 1966. For an experienced team that can provide excellent service and reliable chainsaws, look to Steel and Bill's Lawnmower Shop.
Welcome back. Stephenville getting ready to kick off, and Johnny, the last scoring summary.
Man, this is incredible. 5 plays, 75 yards, took 59 seconds.
High end over end pooch kick to the near side will be taken by Quincy Robertson at the 14. Trying to come to the middle of the field. He's found a seam at the 25, out to the 30, out to the 35, and he's run out of bounds, almost out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Guard side doing a nice job of chasing.
Of course, that scoring drive capped by Luker's 14-yard pass to Cardwell. That scoring summary brought to you by Texas Trucks.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before, John. Quincy Robertson took the high pooch kick to the near sideline and reversed his field and went all the way to the other side. He caught it at about the 22, advanced out to the 37, got some nice positive yardage, and the Huskies start first and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Marvin Thompson brings the Huskies to the line, split backs behind him, 2 receivers to the near side. Thompson under center with Estes and Robinson. Pitch back to Robinson, looking for a seam, and he is nailed. Oh, Clayton Harmon nailed him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, setting up 2nd and 10. Bob Schnurley, things looking very good for you in the Red City Superstore third quarter. 8:23 and counting here in the third quarter, and John, with that last drive only being 59 seconds, Stephenville in the ball game has yet to have the ball for over 8 minutes now.
That's crazy, isn't it? But they've scored 4 times, so you'll take that. Average of 2 minutes every time you score.
2nd and actually 9. 1 yard is credited on the carry. Thompson under center again, same formation. Pitch back, Estes. Estes in some trouble. He'll be stacked up behind the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard loss. It'll set up 3rd down and a full 10 now. And the defense is fired up.
They are. You think they didn't get challenged at halftime, Boots?
Who?
And credit Parks and Harmon that time for disrupting that, your tackles. And brother, when your tackles can keep them inside, you know something's happening that's right for the defense.
3rd and 10 for the Huskies. They need to get to their own 47-yard line.
Let's see if they're tempted to throw it here, Boots.
At the 37. Thompson under center, the 2 backs behind him, wing back to the near side. Play action, rolling to the far side. Thompson looking to throw, throwing across the middle, has an open receiver. It's caught, escapes 40, 35, makes a move and is run out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Just too much time for Thompson as he found an open receiver. Making the catch was Courtney Smith, and it's a big first down for the Huskies, and that's the first pass completion of the game for Thompson.
Boy, that is a huge one. Again, when it seems that momentum was about to swing completely towards Stephenville, they get up off the canvas and come back at them one more time.
A huge 3rd down conversion for the Huskies gets them back in business. They are at the Stephenville 28, trailing your Yellow Jackets 28-14. Under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Thompson under center, 2 backs behind him. Give to the 2nd man on the near side, Estes, and he is stacked up. Oh, McCormick with a huge hit, stepping up from his outside linebacker position to finish off Estes on a 2-yard loss.
Number 52, Larry Taylor, he didn't block anybody, but he was supposed to block somebody on the outside. McCormick just filled the hole just like you want your linebacker to do, and he hammered him and then got backside support from 3 other Yellow Jackets.
And Larry Taylor is the right strong side guard, the one that Stephenville coaching staff was worried about. They said he is the better of the guards. Not on that play. 2nd down and 11 officially for the Huskies, back almost at their own 30-yard line. Thompson under center, 2 backs again behind him. Play action, in some trouble. Now Thompson, he'll escape 30, 25 to the 20, just short of the first down, spotted at the 20. It was a misdirection where Thompson faked to the near side, bootlegged out to the far side, and a flag down at the end of the play. No, that was the football.
Yeah, Monk just missed him. He had the containment over there, Boots, and ran right by him. He bit on the fake. And you're right, just a really good fake by Thompson.
Gilson was having to chase him also as well from the tight end position. So the ball at the 20-yard line sets up 3rd down and 2. 5:50 and counting. And this is amazing. 5:46 and counting now in the third quarter, and Stephenville has only had the ball for 59 seconds in the second half. Thompson under center, 2 backs behind him. Thompson running the option. He's stacked up. He will be very close to the yardage needed for the first down. The official on the near side did not give him a good spot.
And he's going to get the one from the near side official.
He will be spotted about a half-yard short of the first down. It'll be 4th and about a foot.
The referee calls for official timeout. Well, brother, if you can't see that one.
Because we're a good country mile from the field where we're sitting up here.
Are they going to bring the chains in?
Oh, man. Hey, if you're wondering where this broadcast takes place from, where the radio crews, whether it's Cowboy games or whoever, if you know where the big hole in the stadium is,
we can see out of it pretty well.
I can almost reach up and grab and get out of here. It's about a foot short.
Yeah, it's not as close as he was showing. No, he was trying to justify the measurement.
I think it was about 2 footballs short.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got to get to the 18-yard line.
Another big fourth down for the Huskies. At the 5:22 mark here in the third quarter, Rent City Superstore third quarter, Stephenville 28, Hirshi 14. 4th and less than 1. Thompson brings them to the line in a hurry. 2 backs are Robinson and Estes. Tight wing set on the near side. Thompson running by himself. He was stacked up. I don't think he made it.
Yeah. Oh, he's not going to get the spot. He's not going to get a good spot.
He tried to go on a sneak. He got stacked up at the line of scrimmage. He snuck forward at the last moment. It'll be very close to the yardage needed, and I don't think he got it.
Stephenville ball. Well, what happened, Boots? The fans are screaming on the other side. He fell down and then stretched the ball out while he was on the ground. I mean, it's a yard short.
It's shorter than it was a while ago.
Yeah. And that's what their fans are booing
and
about.
I'm questioning the play calling. You've had 2 backs that have been very successful. Why don't you pitch back or hand back to them? Instead, give to your quarterback who's had trouble running the ball the entire game.
This ball's a yard short. I guess they're measuring it because they asked for it.
The ball goes over on downs. First down, Stephenville. The defense has held again.
Look at Coach Copeland, man.
Boy, he is leading the high fives right now.
Well, he should. Boy, you talk about just stuffing the interior of your line. He did.
Stephenville offense comes out, will take over at their own 19-yard line. That's twice in the red zone in this ball game, John, that Stephenville has held Hirshi on 4th and goal one time, and then 4th and less than 1 on that situation.
Well, they need to go score again here now, go up by 3.
Looker under center sends Carwell in motion to the far side where 2 receivers are. Inside handoff over left tackle. Hunter, big running room, 25, 30, across the 35, 40. He'll split the defenders. He'll go. He's gone. He'll go. 81 yards, Zach Hunter. Give it all to him, baby. Stephenville will extend 34-14. The extra point upcoming at the 4:53 mark.
And just as they snapped the ball, Boots, the Hirshi coaches in their booth next to us started screaming. They knew they had been caught in the wrong defense. As they had been spread out in the middle, Zach Hunter with his streak breaks a tackle at the 30, and there was never any doubt after that. At the
50-yard line, he split both safeties who did have an angle. You saw the great open field speed. Snap back, hold down. J.W. Boren's kick is on the way. It's true. 35-14 our score. Stephenville on top of Hirshi at the 4:53 mark of the Rent City Superstore third quarter. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Whether on or off the field, success requires focused knowledge and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory.
The Olympic Decathlon. 10 events, 2 days. You got to run, throw, jump, and hurdle. And you got to do it better than anybody in the world. Building a community. Hundreds of programs, one vision. You got to train, support, counsel, encourage, and guide. And you've got to help bring everybody together to make it happen. Only one organization does all that. That's United Way. That's the power of you.
Welcome back, Texas Stadium. John Hollinger, Boots LA. Stephenville extends 35-14 at the 4:53 mark of the Rent City Superstore third quarter. John, the last scoring summary.
One play, 81 yards, took 13 seconds. Hunter, 81-yard run. PAT good, it makes it 35-14. That scoring summary brought to you by Wendell Gideon of B&W Auto Sales on the east-south loop. Stephenville has now scored 5 touchdowns. They've had the ball for 8 minutes and 12 seconds.
J.W. Barton getting set to kick off. All the deep men for the Huskies move up to the 15 as they expect the short kick. J-Dub hits the short pooch kick on the far sideline. It is taken at the 20, coming to the middle of the field in some trouble and pulled down all the way back at the 15-yard line. Taking it down was Josh Martin. The return man, Jeremy Rankin, made a bad move coming to the middle of the field. And so the Huskies will be backed up at their 15-yard line, and that's where they will start, 1st and 10.
Well, if you believe in momentum, brother, it has swung finally to Stephenville, and the reason for it is, of course, the quick scoring from the offense, but the big play by the defense. 3 and out on the first series to start the second half, and then stopping them in the red zone on 4 downs. And again, Boots, I'm with you. You got to question that call on 4th and about a half a yard.
Why don't you hand off to Estes or Robinson on that play? 1st and 10 for the Huskies at their own 15-yard line. Thompson again under center with split backs. Robinson and Estes behind him. Wing look with the receiver to the near side. Giving to the first back through. He'll get to about the 19-yard line. It was Robinson on the carry. He'll go forward for about 4. It sets up 2nd down and 6. 4:32 and counting in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Things looking good in the third quarter contest for the VCR from Rent City.
Boots, one thing you might want to notice now. Remember we talked about Kuhlman, number 74 in the pregame? Notice, heavily taped now on that left foot, limping as he comes to the line of scrimmage.
That is the man after the border gain last week that left the field in crutches. 2nd down and 6. Thompson again under center, pitching back to Robinson. Robinson in some trouble. Big Jack Hodges tackles him at the 20-yard line. No gain from the 6'2", 220 senior linebacker. It'll set up 3rd down and 6 at the 3:57 mark and counting. Stephenville on top, 35-14 over Hirshi.
You know, their offense in the first half, 185 yards all on the ground, Boots, and you know, that is a great-looking offense. When you're down 3 touchdowns and you're not making first downs, it doesn't look good at all, does it? I mean, it just looks very non-creative at that point.
If Hirshi does not score and Stephenville puts any kind of score on the board their next drive, you've got to think they're going to really have to open up their offense. It's 3rd and 6 now. Thompson again under center. Has motion man. Faking that man. Thompson in some trouble. He'll be drilled all the way back at the 14-yard line. And B.J. Mercer on a strong safety blitz absolutely rips Thompson. Clayton Harmon also in there as well. It sets up now 4th down
Boots,
and 12.
This afternoon, right about lunchtime, I drove down Harbin Street to go pay my cable bill.
As well you should.
I look over at the intramural field and I'm thinking, you know, 66 was playing on Thursday afternoons last year at 5 o'clock.
As a freshman.
Now he's playing in Texas Stadium in week 14 of the playoffs. That's incredible. That's a big leap, brother.
Snap back to Miser. Miser's kick is away. Spiraling kick that will be taken by Cardwell. Trying to go to the far sideline. Cuts inside to the 45. Gets to the 44 to the 43-yard line. And that's where Stephenville will start 1st and 10. Their best field position of the game so far. Starting a drive at the 43. Kick going 35 yards and about 7 yards on the return.
Hirshi in a little bit of trouble now. I mean, they were sparring with us in the first half, but it's like you said, if Stephenville puts something in the end zone here, it'll be close. Well, unless they score on the first play like they've been doing, it'll be close to the 4th quarter. And on top by 42-14, and you're right, they will have to open up that offense.
Trips to the far side, one receiver near side. Luker looking to throw the deep fade on the far sideline. Has Cardwell. Cardwell almost makes the catch. It's knocked away at the last moment. A nice defensive play made by Jaron Franklin. And Stephenville trying to put one in quickly right there. Just slightly underthrown, but probably a better move made by Franklin to knock the ball away.
Well, you knew Coach Bryles would do it. They're going to go for the kill right here. Because, again, 42-14 is a big mountain to climb when all you do is toss and turn and toss the ball to your backs.
2nd and 10 for the Jackets at the Hirshi 43-yard line. Luker will be under center with Ferrasis behind him. A wing on the right side is Hunter. Split receivers to both sides. Tight end look to the near side. Handoff over the left side is Ferrasis. He's in trouble. He'll lose a yard on the play. It'll set up now 3rd down and 11 for the Jackets. 2:22 and counting in the third quarter. Stephenville 35, Hirshi 14.
And right back to the air now. I would feel very strongly they may try to go for it to AB right on this play.
J.W. Barn will split with Evan, the far sideline.
Is AB even in there?
Cardwell is at a wingback on the right side. Hunter is at a tailback, tight end look on the near side. Play action. Throwing out in the flats for Cardwell over his head. They had the flare pattern set up to perfection, a better throw. Cardwell catches, probably gets the first down, but instead it's over his head. It'll be incomplete. 4th down now for the Jackets, and they'll be forced to punt for the first time in the ball game.
Well, here at the 43-yard line, what the thinking is here, of course, they can just pin them down deep.
And don't think that a fake is out of the question right here.
With Evitt averaging 37.5 yards a punt, if he can get one of those here, they're in good shape.
Twins to the far side, twins to the near side. Briles is the up back with Evitt, backup quarterback as well at punt. Snap back to him. He's going to throw. He's throwing, has an open receiver. It's over the head of Jilson. A better throw. It would have been a first down. We saw that play against Andrews go for a first down. And a little smack talk going on in the backfield.
Yeah, it sure was. That was
Jabari Green and Jilson. A little bit better throw, and it would have been a first down easy for the Jackets. It was high over the head of Jilson, and that's pretty tough to do being he's 6'4".
Yeah, it looked like Chris might have hurried that one just a little bit.
So the ball turns over on downs to the Huskies at their own 44-yard line. 1:45 to go in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. The contest still intact.
For Bob Schnurley.
Say the last name again.
Schnurley.
Schnurley, you got to hope for another 1 minute 45 seconds. Throwing out in the flat. It's caught by Smith. Smith in some trouble reversing his field to the near side. Has got lots of running room and blocks. 45 cuts up, cross midfield, flags down. 40, 35, 30, 25, 21 man to beat. He does. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. It will be coming back.
At about the 47-yard line, we had a hold. Yeah, they're bringing it back. Look at the coaches for Stephenville. No, come on back.
John, I ask you this question. Is that play by design? Throw it to the far sideline and then bring it all the way back and hope that pursuit overruns it?
Well, it kind of looked like they had a wall set up.
Had a wall set up for the play.
I don't think so. That's just creative running there. Boy, he ran a long ways to go all of that way, didn't he?
And I want to thank my spotter in the game, Chuck Kelly, for helping me out on that play. The hold is going to go against Clang Guyan, however you want to pronounce that.
Win.
Thank you. I think he also played linebacker a little bit on Saturday afternoons.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Boy, the Hirshi coaching staff next to me, that's a bunch of happy fellows right now.
Yeah.
Oh, they've all got their hands in their faces in their hands right now after that play. Well, all that coming back spots the ball at the Hirshi 37-yard line. They have 1st and 15 at that point. Thompson again is under center. Estes and Robinson behind him. 2 receivers split to the far sideline. Handoff over left tackle. Robinson will get to the 40, and he'll be stacked up. He'll escape. 43 gets to the 45-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and some usually sure-handed tackling Jackets are having a hard time holding on to Robinson and Estes in this game.
Well, I tell you what, this Stephenville defense been on the field for a long time, Boots, and a lot of them bending over and gasping for air. I'm sure they're thinking, guys, we appreciate you scoring, but could you take at least a minute and a half to do it?
The third quarter will probably come to an end with Hirshi with the football, and that will mean Stephenville's had the football for less than 10 minutes in 3 quarters. Thompson again under center, Estes Robinson behind him. It's a double wing look. Coming to the motion to the far side is Rankin. Coming to the near side on a shake and bake move is the quarterback, and he's stopped all the way back at the 38-yard line. Thompson is sacked by Parks.
Harmon was the first one there, and then Thompson squirted out, and then Parks finished him off back at the 39-yard line. You're right, Boots, and they'll have time for one more play if they want to run it.
23 seconds and counting, and the play clock has started with over that, so they don't have to call a play here at the third quarter if they don't want to. John, why don't you say that last name for me?
Bob Schnurley is about to win that VCR.
Well, let's see if they get another play off.
I think it's more than what you asked for, but...
6 seconds, 5 seconds. Well, Hirshi may try to get it play off. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. They do not. That will be the end of the Red City Superstore third quarter. And Mr. Schnurley, you are a winner as the Stephenville defense has held Hirshi scoreless. Go by Monday morning to Red City and you can pick up your brand new VCR. We go to the fourth quarter. Stephenville 35, Hirshi 14. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Hello, friends. This is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, sitting on top of my old friend Buck here. You may think this is a lot of bull, but I've got some specials that are no bull deals for you.
GM certified used cars and trucks which have gone through an extensive 110-point inspection and come standard with a 12-month or 12,000-mile factory bumper-to-bumper warranty.
On behalf of our 90 employees, come on down to any of our 3 locations for your no bull deal. And by the way, we appreciate your business.
The Stephenville Athletic Booster Club wants to say thank you to Northland Cable for backing the Jackets and generously providing the time for this broadcast.
We come here on a glorious quest, a search for that which can be found nowhere else. Where, in the trenches where mighty men clash, amidst the echoes of glories past, high atop Olympus, this is our quest. This is what football is all about. Now all I gotta do is find that nacho guy.
Welcome back. We start the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is brought to us by Techstar Ford.
Boots, Stephenville has had the ball for 9 minutes in this ball game. Hirshi for 26.
And we go to the fourth quarter. Stephenville leading 35-14. Third down and 15 for the Huskies. Straight drop for Thompson. Looking to throw. Throwing it deep. Call on the far sideline. It's up for grabs. Incomplete. No interference on that call. Michael Peterson was the intended receiver. It'll be 4th and 15, and Hirshi will be forced to punt.
Well, I know there's 11 minutes and 54 seconds to go in this football game, but that team is done. They are through.
And I can promise you that Stephenville offense is not going to lay off right now.
Oh no. No, you may see these guys play the whole fourth quarter.
Art Briles does not want to take any chance with this Hirshi ball club, and we talked to him about it today. He said he would not let up. Back to kick is Justin Miser, Briles, and Cardwell back. Miser's kick is away, end-over-end kick that hits at the 35, inside the 30, 25, 20, 15. Artificial turf bounce down to about the 10, and that kick will travel 50 yards, 51 to be exact. And Stephenville will start 1st and 10 at their own 10. And Stephenville is very fortunate because 3 mid players,
I think that's what they were trying to do, Boots.
were running backwards trying to set up a block. And Miser, the punter, hit a very low end-over-end screamer right at those 3 players going downfield. It hit very close to B.J. Mercer, and I think he was trying to see if he could hit off of one of those guys. It becomes a live ball at that point if it does.
In fact, what Art Briles said, Boots, if he was up 35 with 6 minutes to go, he would feel comfortable then, but not until then.
Well, it's only 21 right now. Luker is sending Cardwell in motion to the far sideline. I formation, handoff over the left side. It's Hunter. Hunter finds a nice seam inside the 15, 20. He fumbles the ball. Hirshi has gotten on the ball at the 23-yard line, and the only way Hirshi can come back in this game is with a big break, and they got it right there. Zach Hunter in the open field fumbles the ball. Somebody got a big hand in there on top of it, and it squirts out.
Well, that's a break that they needed for sure. Now only 23 yards away from pay dirt.
Boy, 3 things have happened in this ball game, very quirky, that usually does not happen against Stephenville.
That's really given them life each time.
And that's the only way the Husky Hirshis are in this ball game. It's 1st and 10 now for them. They're back in business at the Stephenville 22. They trail Stephenville 35-14. Thompson again is under center, 2 backs behind him. Give to the second back through. That's Estes. Estes looking for a seam, and he'll be stacked up. The first man there for the Jackets was Jack Hodges. A good play by him to force Estes back inside for a 1-yard gain.
Boots, let's go down to Steve Ross here just a second, if we can, if we got a moment. Steve, this defense has been on the field a long time. How do they look on the sideline to you?
They look exhausted, John. I mean, they're going to show up and they're going to play, but they needed the offense to come out and put together a drive there. They're really tired. The cold water and the wet towels are going on their heads every time they sit down. After this, we'll have a cross-country orthopedics injury update.
All right, Thompson again back under center. 2nd and 10, no gain. Pitch to the near side is Robinson. Robinson will be brought down for a huge loss. And credit on the play, Justin Monk. What a great play from his outside linebacker position as he came and stuffed Robinson for a huge loss. Back at the 25-yard line, a loss of 2 on the play.
Another sophomore on this defense making some big plays, Boots. just seems like one after another have stepped up tonight and made plays. And boy, the linebackers are just making great reads. You know, we talked about in pregame, they got to stay in their lanes and keep them closed and you know, close them. And we've had McCormick, Monk, and Hodges, all three doing that all night long.
We'll go back to Ross after this play. It's 3rd down and 12, and what a huge 3rd down for the Huskies. Split to the near side is Michael Peterson. One receiver far side, 2 backs again behind Thompson. Straight draw for Thompson, looking to throw the deep ball. It's over the head of everyone. A miscommunication between Thompson and Peterson. Peterson cut it off on the slant. Thompson threw the deep fade. 20 yards over his head. It sets up 4th down and 12. And Steve, we go to you. Did you have an injury update for us?
Well, it's only a matter of talking to Dr. Evans. You may see Jimmy Faraz is trotting up and down in front of the bench. He has a hip pointer. It's not serious. He feels like it'll probably stiffen up after the game, but he'll be fine to go the rest of this one and probably next week too.
All right, thank you, Steve. And how loud is the PA speaker, or the PA speakers here at Texas Stadium?
Well, they got to be. They usually have to talk to a lot of people. They're not doing that tonight.
Well, has a timeout been taken? Yes, it has, and that is the 2nd timeout by Hirshi. We'll keep it right here.
Well, they know this is the football game for them, Boots. This is 3rd time down in this end of the field, or in the Stephenville end of the field. They've come away twice without scoring on them. Once down at the 1-yard line, as you'll recall, in the first quarter.
3rd down conversions, 3 out of 11 for the Hirshi Huskies, and they have had a couple 4th downs at least they've gone for it I know of that they have not made it.
Stephenville has only gone to 3rd down 3 times in this game.
Well, when you've only had the ball for 10 minutes in a ball game and you're in the 4th quarter, that makes sense.
We have some scores to pass along to you. We'll do it right after this.
All right, 4th and 12 for the Huskies. They need to get to the Stephenville 8-yard line. Thompson under center, 2 receivers to the near side. Pitch to the near side. It is a reverse. Going back to the other way is Smith. Smith has some blocks in front of him. 25-20. Flag is down. Going out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and a 1st down is Smith. And the coaching staff from Hirshi, as livid as every one of them, is 10 yards out on the field screaming at the referee. And if the coaches from Hirshi sitting next to me could get on the field, they would be too, because they're standing up screaming in their booth as well.
Are they going to call that a clip?
This one will come back, and I didn't see it, John.
I saw it, and it was close. It was very close. I think it's a bad call, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well, are we even now?
Yeah, we're close to even.
The interception call earlier against Stephenville, and that call...
They're going to try to call it off. They're going to try to get a no penalty out of this.
Well, if they wave it off, this is horrible, because you don't call it, do it and then wave it off.
It looked to me like it was right on the side.
He waves it off. Oh, goodness gracious. You can't make the call if you don't see it.
What are you throwing your flag at?
And now Bryles is 10 yards out on the field, and he wants an explanation.
Yep, come over here and talk to me now, he's saying.
And so the referee will have to come to the near side, and John, I'll retract that last statement. We are not even.
No, you're right.
Look at Bryles. He's got his hands on his hips, and he's just like, come on. Hey, Steve Ross, get close to that conversation that's going on between the referee and Bryles and see if you can tell what's being said.
I don't think you'll be able to hear that in this house. He's not happy with it, whatever it is, and that's to no surprise to anyone from Stephenville.
Boy, and that is a dejected Art Bryles right now. The ball is spotted and going out of bounds at the 8-yard line. They'll start the clock.
That's the 4th time tonight in this game they've been given life.
Oh, man, on weird plays.
10 and 9 lives here.
Pitch back. Estes at the 5. Gets to the 2-yard line. He's stacked up. He'll go back from there. And the only good thing about him not scoring there and taking a long time to unpile is that time is rolling off, and you say, well, there's still 9.5 to go in this ball game. But every second that ticks off for Hirshi right now, when they have a 21-point deficit, I think is in the Stephenville advantage.
Yeah, I think you're right, Boots.
All right, it's 2nd down and goal from just outside the 2. Thompson brings them to the line. 5 seconds on the play clock. Pitch back to Estes. Estes again will get to the goal line. Touchdown. Comes at the 8:59 mark. The run comes from 2 yards out. And Hirshi, with the extra point, if it's good, has pulled within 2 scores. 35 will wait on the extra point upcoming.
Well, the offense needs to just take the ball now and go down the field and score, and that'll put an end to all this nonsense right here. Still a lot of football left to play. 8:59 to go in this ball game.
Getting set to kick the extra point is Courtney Smith. Straight ahead kicker. Haven't seen a lot of those this year. Franklin is the holder. Snap back. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. 8:59 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stephenville 35, Wichita Falls Hershey 21. Back in 1 minute on KSTV.
You know to call State Farm if your car gets damaged. But what if you need a little body work? Well, what you might not know is that your State Farm agent offers health insurance. Whether it's for minor repairs or a new set of wheels, or even long-term care, the company that protects your car can also help keep you in mint condition. If you need health insurance, State Farm is there.
Supporting the Jackets for over 30 years. Bill Tomlinson, class of 67. David Tomlinson, class of 71. The Stephenville Funeral Home, your family's friend in time of need in Stephenville.
Well, the referee didn't have Wheaties for breakfast. I'll just put it that way.
That last scoring summary after the turnover, 6 plays, 23 yards, took 234 Estes on the 3-yard run. The extra point makes it 35-21 Stephenville. That scoring summary brought to you by Fletcher Animal Clinic.
Is it too late? I mean, is it too early to think about an onside kick with 8:59? You're trailing by 14, and your offense is not really a big play offense?
No, Stephenville's thinking they may do this.
Well, let's watch the coaches next to me and see if I can get any kind of hint by looking at them.
Well, the Stephenville coaches are expecting it right now.
I'm going to drill a hole right through their glass right here, see if I can get a little peek. Well, they haven't given anything away.
Yeah, I think they are. They're coming this way with it, looks like.
Well, Courtney Smith is lining up for the extra point, and it is an extra point attempt. It's up for grabs, and Wichita Falls Hershey may have gotten it, but it goes out of bounds.
Boy, offsides.
That is a lucky break for Stephenville, because it went through about 3 or 4 Huskies who had a chance to get it.
Oh, there's the flag. They call them offsides. Man, they were way offside.
Okay, Stephenville will decline the penalty, I believe, and will take the ball where it went out of bounds.
I've got some scores for you, brought to you by Peacocks 1 and 2 to pass along boots in the third quarter now. Lamarck 14, Silsby 6, Giddings 10, Quirrell 7, Newton 19-2 over Maynard. It is Goldthwaite on top of Ganado 22-12. It's 6-man Trinidad in the fourth quarter, 82, Strawn 40.
Wow.
And Borden County 40, Balmorhea 18.
Have we seen a game this year go to 100 points?
No, I don't think so. We had some last year, as I recall, but
Stephenville will take over the ball first and 10, their own 39-yard line where the kick went out of bounds. Boy, Stephenville needs a good drive right here to give the defense a rest. Luker is under center. Throwing out in the flats for Carwell. Carwell make one man miss, but not another. He'll get out of bounds at the 39-yard line. No gain on the play.
There's a flag.
And now a late flag goes in, and this one will be against 27 Brandon Booker, I believe. And I think he hit one of the Jackets way out of bounds late.
No, what happened is McGinn came flying in and bumped into him after the play, and he didn't realize what happened. Well, he turned around to shove somebody. McGinn's on the ground, boots. He shoves Cardwell, who falls over McGinn, and it's an obvious penalty right there.
Well, and the coaching staff sitting next to me saw what you saw, John. They saw the original push by a late lineman, maybe not a late block, but it was questionable. He was trying to clear out toward the end of the play, and that's what the Hershey back was retaliating against.
Yeah, and McGinn didn't really hit him. I mean, he was just kind of rolling through the play, finishing it up.
So the penalty will move the ball all the way to the Hershey 45-yard line. 8:49 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stephenville 35, Hershey 21. Pitch to the far side, Cardwell. Cardwell makes one man miss. A 40, inside the 35, 30, 25, 20, 20. One man to beat, knocked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Boy, and that's some blazing speed as you saw 3 or 4 Huskies who looked like they had an angle, John. And Cardwell just blew by them. The actual spot is the 12.
I was watching through the binoculars, Boots. 25 more yards he got that he shouldn't have got after he broke 2 defenders at about, what would that have been, about the 35-yard line? Yeah. And then gets another 25 yards.
First and goal for the Jackets at the 12-yard line. And I say hand off a few times. Let's run some clock.
They still haven't used any time, have they?
Luker under center will send the fullback. That's Carwell in motion to the near side. One back is Hunter. Hunter takes the handoff. Flags are down 10 to the 5, but this one will come back. Illegal motion against the Jackets. And, hey, that's all right because we'll get to run some more clock.
Let's see, this drive started at the 8:55 mark.
So we've had the ball for about 20 seconds.
Yeah, 18 seconds to be exact.
Wow.
Marched right down the field. But you're right. This is probably good news for.
And look at our defense on the sideline right now, all on the bench, standing next to the big fans, and all have wet towels on their heads. We'll go to Steve Ross after this play to comment on
what it is hot on the sideline.
What the mood is, what the temperature is, and what this defense is feeling on the sideline right now that has been on the field a long time after this play. 1st and 15 for the Jackets at the Hirshi 18. Luker under center, coming to the near side, setting up, looking to throw, has an open receiver. It's Boren, caught, touchdown! J.W. Boren gets the catch and the throw from Luker. Will go 18 yards. The score extends Stephenville's lead. 41-21. The extra point is upcoming.
How good is Kellen Luker? I don't know, but he's that good.
And how open was J.W. Boren in the end zone?
Good grief.
And J.W. Boren has a chance to make all 7 points of this drive as he gets ready to kick the extra point.
Remember, Boots said that, not me.
Snap back, hold down, kick is on the good. I don't jinx J.W. Boren, it's true. 8:19 to go in the Techstar fourth quarter. Stephenville 42, Hirshi 21, and we still haven't had the ball but about 11 minutes. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville. Off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory.
Welcome back, Texas Stadium. The Yellow Jacket Band doing the chop song, and I know that made Steve Ross feel at home, wishing he was still in front of his Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, good point. That last scoring drive, Boots, 4 plays, 61 yards. It took all of 36 seconds. Luker to Boren on the 18-yard pass, and Boren kicks the extra point. It's 42-21. That scoring summary brought to you by Loopy's Breakfast and Lunch.
J.W. Boren getting set to kick off.
He's a busy guy tonight, huh?
Yes, he has. High end-over-end pooch kick that will be taken at the 25-yard line, bobbled momentarily, and then tackled at the 33-yard line as Robinson. Robinson gets to the 33, and that's where the Hirshi Huskies will start 1st and 10. Hey, Steve Ross, did the defense, were they able to get much of a rest on that offensive series?
Oops, and, you know, there was not a guy from that defense that did not have an ice pack on the back of his neck and a wet towel over his head. You really can't understand how humid it is down here on the field unless you're down here. This is like no December night I've ever been in. The humidity must be near 100%, and it has taken a lot out of this defense tonight.
Did you enjoy the chop song?
I'm enjoying it.
Thank you. 1st and 10 for the Huskies at their own 34-yard line, trailing your Yellow Jackets 42-21. In some trouble is Thompson. Thompson trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. He does not. He was scrambling abound in the backfield. He loses one. It'll set up 2nd down and 11. And what was that play, John?
Well, they were trying to get something outside, but Clayton Harmon said, no, I don't think that's going to work, boys. And at the end, Harmon almost let Thompson get away from him. So what did he do, Boots? He just laid out, stretched out, and grabbed him flying through the air. Well, he is Superman.
When you're 6'6", you can stretch out a long ways. 7:38 and counting in the Techstar Ford 4th quarter. Stephenville 42, Hirshi 21, 2nd and 11 for the Huskies.
Harmon now with 2.5 sacks in this game.
Thompson under center, split backs Robinson and Estes behind him. Straight drop. In some trouble is Thompson. He's looking to make a move. He won't make it. The rest of the team's missing him. A big sack all the way back to the 27-yard line. Monk and Mercer and Gilson and several others forcing the big play.
Yeah, Monk, Gilson, and Mercer is exactly who it was. And again, just great secondary coverage, Boots. You mentioned that earlier in the game. Was anybody open? No. Clark Boone coming off favoring his left ankle, I believe it is. We'll
have Steve Ross go over and check on Boone as he'll go to the bench.
Is he cramping? He might be cramping. They wouldn't be surprised in this humidity.
Coming in for him is probably Carroll. We'll wait and see. It is Gordon Carroll has come in to take his place. 6:45 and counting, 3rd and 16 for the Huskies. Split receivers both sides. Straight drop for Thompson. Looking to throw, still looking. Throwing the slant pattern. It's up. It's incomplete. Brady Gunn had the coverage. He went way over the head of the intended receiver, Jeremy Rankin, and the only reason it wasn't picked off is because it was high over his head. It sets up 4th down, and John, you get an idea now of why Marvin Thompson doesn't throw the ball a lot during the season.
That's right, and Steve Ross is right down there on the sideline. We'll go to him here in just a moment as the train staff is working on Clark Boone.
Steve has walked away. Steve, any kind, well,
he's talking to the doctors right now.
He's still talking. We'll wait after the punt play, and will it be a punt play? 6:35, you're trailing by 21 points in the 4th quarter.
You can't, I guess you got to punt, but
Riles will sneak up as a close-in safety to make sure they don't throw the ball, so Carwell will be back by himself. Miser snap back to him, low but handled, and his kick is away. Wobbly kick that will hit at the 45, bounce to the 40. All jacket receivers get away from the ball inside the 30, down to the 28, to the 27, and that's where Stephenville will start after the 45-yard punt from Miser. 6:20 to go in the Techstar Ford 4th quarter. Stephenville 42, Hirshi 21. Steve Ross, are you ready to come to us?
Orthopedics injury update. A couple things. That is a cramp on Aaron Boone, the senior defensive end. Also, Clayton Harmon got his ribs bruised on that last defensive series. That young man has been sick all week, and he has laid it all on the line tonight. Looks like he's going to be okay, but the Jacket coach is starting to put some replacements in on the defensive line just to save some legs.
And I'm watching Harmon right now getting wrapped up around the ribs.
And look at all those guys' boots. I mean, they ice packs on the head.
Handoff up the middle, Tinklenberg. Tinklenberg with a big run out to the 46-yard line, and that's the 3rd consecutive week that Matt Tinklenberg has had a big run. That one goes for 19 yards and a 1st down for the fullback out to the 45-yard line.
Well, Wichita Falls Hirschi's going to end the year 8-6, Boots, and they've had a pretty good run, you got to admit. This is a team that came back and beat Brownwood 23-21 in week 2, but they're not going to be able to do it to this offense thanks to the help of a great defense in the second half. A defense that's been asked to do a lot of work.
And 14 points for Hirshi coming in very, very unusual circumstances. Running the ball straight ahead is Ferrasis. Ferrasis powers his way to the big blue star in the middle of Texas Stadium. He'll go to the 50-yard line for about a 4.5-yard gain. It'll set up 2nd down and a short 6.
My good friend Gary Chandler, he calls me now every week from over there at Techstar Ford, Boots. He goes, Hollinger, I'm superstitious now. I got to call you every week. All right, what's the score? I said 49-21. If they stick it in the end zone again and it's 49-21, he may call me every day next week.
All right, what's it going to be, Johnny? 5:17 and counting.
Superstitious, not you, surely not.
Luker in shotgun, trips to the far side, twins to the near side. Riles will will signal in, and Kellen will audibleize. Snap back to him, throwing out the flats. Has Carwell, gets a block from Steed across the 45, inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. 1st down on the pass from Luker to Cardwell. 39 is actually the spot. That pass goes for 11 yards.
KC with a good block, and then Cody's like, keep moving, big fella.
That puts Cardwell over 100 yards, 108 yards receiving, and that puts Luker 13 of 18 for 251 yards, and that puts Luker on schedule.
And 4 touchdowns.
That puts Luker on schedule with another 250-yard performance in the next 2 games. Will have the all-time single-season record in Texas high school passing yardage. Pass out to Combs. Combs inside the 35, makes a man miss, gets to the 32-yard line, a gain of about 6 or 7 on the play.
And he's going to get some more in this game before it's over. Coach Browse is not going to let up. He told you he was not going to feel comfortable unless he was up by 35.
John, the Jackets are throwing the very quick down the line of scrimmage passes. Makes you wonder if Hirshi is going to start scooching up and inching up toward the receivers, which puts them very much in jeopardy of a pump fake and releasing and laying it up.
Very high percentage passes, aren't they?
Luker in shotgun, trips to the far side, twins to the near side. Shot back, throwing, pump fake, now letting it go. Has an open, Carwell, it's underthrown and picked off at the 15, up to the 20. Being tackled by Carwell, it comes at the 20-yard line, and not a good throw from Kellen Luker because the pump fake had faked everyone out from Hirshi. Cardwell was all alone at the 15-yard line, and Luker, instead of laying it up, tried to drill it in there, and the man that Cardwell had just blown by, that was for them Jeremy Rankin was right between Carville and Luker, and the line drive pass went right to him, and Luker was so frustrated when he came off the field, he slapped himself in the hand and upside the head. That would have been another touchdown.
Yeah, if he goes up top, I think he scores there, throws another touchdown, as you said.
But it was beautifully set up with the quick passes and then the pump fake. It worked to perfection, just not the execution you'd like to see. John, sorry your prediction had a chance right then.
Yeah, me and my big mouth.
You are the king of jinx. I have to give you that. Marvin Thompson again under center, rolling to the near side, setting up, looking to throw. In some trouble, will throw it deep downfield. It's over the head of everybody. Gunn and Bryles, the only one having a chance to catch that ball back at the midfield stripe, over the head of the intended receiver. Michael Peterson, I'll tell you this, John, if Hirshi continues to throw the ball from this deep in the territory and the way it'll stop the clock, Stephenville's going to get the ball again pretty quick.
Yeah. Remember, this was a game that was 21-14 at halftime, and Hirshi had scored with just a few seconds to go on the clock to make it 21-14, and boy, they were flying high coming out. Stephenville defense on the first two possessions for Hirshi made them give up the ball. The offense went right down, scored, and this is where we are.
Thompson under center, giving the ball straight ahead to Robinson. No, check that. It's a loss on the play back at the 17-yard line. The ball is loose on the ground. It was tried. Thompson tried to hand the ball to Robinson. It went off his thigh pad and landed on the ground.
That was Estes that recovered it.
Estes, the other running back, got on it because Thompson had already carried out his fake on the bootleg. The loss goes back to the 16-yard line, and it's third down and 13 to go at the 3:17 mark and counting. Stephenville 42, Hirshi 21.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it now. This is a pretty good football team. Been waiting 14 weeks to say it.
New quarterback in the game, or is it? Is that 12 or 17? 12. It is a new quarterback. Jared Franklin has come in the game. That is the last timeout taken by Hirshi. We'll take it with him. 3 minutes to go in the contest. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Once again, it's time for us to show our support for Yellow Jacket football. That means a lot of traveling. The all-new 99 Chevy Silverado pickup will get you there safely, in comfort, and in style. I invite you to stop by and see our staff about this all-new Chevy truck. And when you do, you will meet a staff that genuinely cares about you and your family. We consider ourselves family and encourage you to do the same. From all of our staff to you, travel safely and go Jackets!
Accidents happen, and no matter when or where they do, the world's largest claim service network gets on the case immediately. Prompt personal service is no accident. So we can get you back on the road faster than you can say,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Still in the game at quarterback is Rankin. Rankin rolling out, looking to throw. Still looking. Now he'll escape at the 20, and he'll be tackled at the 23-yard line. A gain on the play of about 4 or 5-yard line. Was that Rankin, or was it Beck Thompson in the game?
I think it was Thompson.
17 and 12 look very similar. It was Thompson back in the game at quarterback. It'll set up now 4th down and about 8.
Well, they're going to get the ball back. Yeah, Luker may be through for the night now.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he may go to the sideline and say, Coach, you know, let me have a chance after the way I threw the last one. Let me throw another pass.
I think Evan's going to come in at quarterback. Yeah, he's warming up on the sideline.
So 4th and 8. Miser gets set to punt for the Huskies, 2:19 and counting. Stephenville 42, Hirshi 21. We'll see if they do. It is a fake. Running is Smith. Smith tries to get to the outside. He does not get the first down because of a great open field tackle by B.J. Mercer. 1 yard short of the first down. Smith was the up back, and Mercer in the open field made a great open field tackle to bring him down 1 yard short of the first. At the 28, the ball will go over on downs, and that's where Stephenville will take over 1st and 10, actually at the 29-yard line.
Number 12, watch it on film. Number 12, Jared Franklin, a cheap shot after the play was over on Gilson. Gilson turns around and talks to him and says something to the effect of, yep, 42-21. You're right, pal.
And you can go home, and we're going to the next round.
We'll be playing here next weekend.
Well, you're right. Ebbets in the game at quarterback. Inside handoff to Tinklingberg. Inside the 25 to the 20. Down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 9 yards on the play. Tinklingberg hard running, 156 and counting.
Come on, big fella. Stick it in the end zone for me.
John Hollinger, the jinx, maybe. 149 and counting in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter.
I want that 49.
42-21, Stephenville on top. Stephenville is taking their time right here. They'll have to bust one open.
Well, they might do it. It's a tired football team on the other side of the field.
Some new linemen in the game for Stephenville. We'll see if we can get to who that is.
Sterling Doty centering.
Keggins as well in there. Handoff, second man through. It is Wright. Wright gets to the 15-yard line. It is a first down, and that will stop the clock momentarily.
Another late hit.
Also in there is Ron Smithwick. Keggins.
Yeah.
McGinn.
When you put those guys in there, it doesn't get any easier, does it?
Well, that's some big young bodies, but fresh, I think, is the key word as they're firing off. 113 and counting as they get the clock rolling. First and 10 at the Hirshi 15-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to run it down. If they get it in, they're going to have to break one.
And Evatt may just go to a knee right here. Evatt will go to a knee right there. 53 seconds and counting. He'll get a loss of 1 or 2 on the play. 42-21.
Congratulations all around by the coaching staff for Stephenville right now. They'll have to run one more play, but, well, they hadn't whistled it in yet. Now they will. One more play. Well, we'll be playing for the first time since 1994, Boots, the state semifinals. Wow.
Stephenville now in the playoffs in 4 games, 173 points. They're averaging 43 points a ball game. 20 seconds and counting in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Evatt again under center. He has to go to a knee one more time. Folks, that will do it. Evatt goes to a knee. Stephenville will advance to the semifinals, folks. They haven't been there since 1994. It's a very, very good football team. No reason to think they won't go one step farther than that. But next week, they take on the winner of a game right here tomorrow night at 7:30 against South Lake Carroll in Highland Park. Next week's game versus the winner of that game Saturday afternoon, probably. Stay tuned this week. That one will wrap it up. Stephenville 42, Hirshi 21. Postgame shows up next. We're back in 2 minutes on KSTV.
42-21 the final, and Coach, the game was closer than the score indicated.
Well, I really don't agree. I think we actually, blew them out. They had all the breaks in the first half. They get the break in the second half. That's how they got all their points. I really thought our defense did a tremendous job. I mean, they get the botched punt for a first down, go score. We get the interception on the interference call, go score. Then we turn it over down the 20. That's how they get their 21 points. So I thought we played magnificently defensively, and then our offense did what it had to do to keep us in a cushion and go win the football game.
You've got 2 games to go, Coach. Is this the type of game you like to see to set the stage for the semis?
It was a great game. I mean, when the farther you get, the more you have to extend yourselves. I thought our players did a great job. Our coaches did a great job preparing our people. I really thought we played hard with a lot of effort and intensity, and, that's our trademark. And we're strong, in the second half, and we got to show that tonight. We hadn't really got to show it this year. We got to show it against Andrews. We got to show it tonight against Hirshi. So it's a big win for us against a hot football team.
You brought up a good point. This offense seems to get all the press and all the pub, but the defense really turned it up and on.
I mean, the last 4 weeks they played great. And, what we got to do is just take this momentum. We got to be thankful for where we're at. We got to be thankful for our crowd and everything that's going on for us in a positive fashion, and use this to win the next week and then go and win a state championship.
All right, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right. Art Briles, the head football coach and athletic director of the Stephenville High School. Our final 42-21. We've got 4 down and 2 to go for a state championship. We'll see you next week. I'm Rob Willman. Nothing but sports production. So long, everyone.